Oh, hey guys, Sean C. Phillips here, and welcome to another week of the Rough Cuts. This week on the Rough Cuts, I'm going to talk about the classic 1991 film, The Willies. I know this is a sealed copy. I've got a couple other copies of this, and this is one I got sent to the P.O. Box, and I love this cover a lot more. The Willies, though, is a film that I've loved ever since I believe it first came out. I remember in elementary school, when I used to always go to Blockbuster, like every Friday I would always go and rent weird things and things from the fantasy section. That's where I found out about Troll 2 years back. But this is a movie though I would always rent on Friday, and when friends came over I would always play to them. I had like 4 or 5 friends and I always played this movie when they came over. And there's a lot of stuff in Blockbuster though that I've not been able to track down that I used to watch as kids. And you know, the whole renting thing now is like dying. I mean, I'm watching all the Blockbusters closing down. I mean, there are a few left, and the Hollywood videos are closing down. It's just not the same as it used to. It's also not as fun to rent DVDs. There was something really cool about renting classic VHS tapes. Like when you think renting, like you think video violence movies, like VHS. You don't think DVDs, you don't think Blu-ray, VHS. And I don't think there really are any VHS rental stores left. And if there are, I think people should go out there and shoot videos of them and put them up. You know, I truthfully would love to see a real VHS store that actually still rented some. And I'm sure the guy in there might be like, oh, don't do that. Just do it anyway. Because you have to keep that alive. Because I wish I would have filmed some videos of some of these things that are gone now. And you know what? You're not going to get them back. You have to watch things like Video Violence to actually see these things still. But this movie, though, is like a kind of a kid's anthology horror film, like kind of like Creepshow. Goosebumps, which was like years later, was kind of like this. And same with Afraid of the Dark. It starts with these 3 kids, and one of them, Sean Astin, he's pretty much the only main actor, known actor in this, besides the actor who was in Return of the Living Dead, who plays the second, I guess the manager, not the main boss, but the one who's training Freddy in that. And I met him years back at CreepCon. He's a very nice guy. But this movie, though, is these kids out there telling these weird stories out in the woods. And they first tell 3 short stories. One's about this old man who has a heart attack on like a Haunted Mansion kind of ride. And I actually think they filmed the front part of that at the Haunted Mansion. They might have even just stolen the shot and not shown any of the things that say it. And then they actually like made a fake ride inside. And they also had one story about this woman who microwaves her poodle in the microwave and it explodes. And then one that's like a really funny one. This woman who ends up eating this fried chicken, and in a fried chicken restaurant eating these chickens, and it's a dead rat in it. But the 2 main stories in this, and you know, before I get into anything else, this has amazing synth music. I know I always talk about synth music, but this has especially amazing, and it's great cheesy. And I really wonder what Brian Peck, the director, like. I would love to hear what he thinks about this movie, because I've always loved this movie. He never has commented on it anywhere that I can see. I wish he'd put out like a commentary or make one you could download, because I would love to hear it. I mean, I really would. I always look for him at conventions. He's never at them. I just have to keep dreaming. But basically, though, the movies, the main stories, which are really good. You can get this thing for $5. You've got to pick this movie up. The main story, though, the 2 main ones. The first one is this weird kid at school is getting picked on by these group of these bullies. He's getting all this shit in school, and he gets like strung up on the fire hose, and he's real high up. And the janitor, Mr. Jenkins, played by the character from Return of the Living Dead, the actor from Return of the Living Dead who played the one training Freddy, the 2 main ones that become the zombies in that. He sees what's going on. He lets the kid down, and basically, the janitor is this monster, and you find that out kind of early on. Well, if I'm ruining anything about it, sorry. But I mean, you know, I'm sure you know this by now, and if I ruined it, I'm very sorry. But the kid, basically, he's in the bathroom, and he's seeing these, the monster in the bathroom. Then the teacher ends up getting killed off. It's a very cool movie, though. The next story, though, is Gordy Belcher, this fat kid, who who played Donkey Lips. That's the same actor who in Salute Your Shorts. It's another classic thing that needs to come to DVD. But, he's collects flies and does all these weird experiments with flies, and he has this one neighbor that he's always screwing around with who makes mulch and fertilizer, and he's always stealing his stuff. I think it'd been easier if he just asked him for it, but he doesn't want to give it away, and he's a very strange guy. And you know, I don't want to ruin that one, but he's screwing around with things. I don't know. These are very cool short stories. I'm sure some people have seen them and oh, they suck. the thing is, this is a really funny movie. You got to go into it thinking that this is a kid's horror film, that it's not meant to be taken seriously. You know, Brian Peck, you know, I know you've done acting, you've never directed anything else. You should. You should make a sequel to this. It's good. Don't listen to what anyone else has said. This is outstanding. And if I was in something like this, I would be truly proud. But anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching the video this week. I'll see you again next Monday. And hopefully I know some people in Rough Cuts have been having problems uploading videos. That's why I usually just do it in like lower quality, so I know it will upload and I don't have to like deal with, you know, the HD thing is fine, but I'm not really that worried about that. You know what I mean? 'Cause it's, you know, I'm just me talking. I don't need to, you know, see all the details of, you know, my true age and stuff. Anyway, though, thanks a lot for watching, for subscribing, and I'll see you next week.